Don Cherry, look at this. Don, you got the sun setting. It's like a postcard you're standing in front of. Look at this. You look great.
You can't. It's beautiful. The sun is here. It's now. Look at that beautiful sun. The river's in the back. I tell you, it's gorgeous here. It was 40 below, I guess, last week. You guys did it right, boy. Isn't it beautiful in the back there? I'll tell you.
What the heck is? You're in Kenora, and it's 9 degrees. Is that like no jacket, no toque, nothing?
Well, they said you're going to need a big jacket when you come out here. Are you kidding? It's beautiful, and you go downtown. We went through the town, Scott Moore. The boss drove me up here, by the way. I don't know what that means or not. Out and in, I guess. But anyhow, we went through town, and every store had a Hockey Day in Canada sign up there. I mean, they're really into it here. They're having a big thing tonight. It's unbelievable. So I'm quite happy about the whole thing.
Hey, listen, don't tell Bob McCowan, but I was listening to the Bob McCowan show yesterday, and I heard you were in the car with our boss, Scott Moore, driving, I guess, from Winnipeg to Kenora. Like, what's going on in that car? What's playing? What's the playlist in that car, you and our boss, on the way to Kenora?
Well, by the way, he said by the time I get there, I'd have 23 minutes on Coach's Corner. I don't know that. He did say it was finished anyhow, so that's what I'm happy about the whole thing. I mean, he is really. So we had a good time coming up, and people wonder what it's like, what the land is like up here. When you get into the woods, maybe about 50, 60 miles out, it shows it's like Parry Sound up and through there. So it's beautiful. I'll tell you, I just can't say enough how beautiful the country is up here.
Yeah, it's beautiful. A lot of Winnipeggers use it for cottage country, too. It's just fantastic.
There's a lot of candidates for God's country in Canada, right? There's some spectacular places out there. And, Don, just so you know, you're never in trouble driving with the boss unless he pulls over on the side of the road and says, get out.
Yeah, and we were a lot of places he could have said get out. I'll tell you. No, it was good. We had a lot of fun. We flew to Winnipeg, drove up here. Tonight we're going to a banquet and meet the people. Tomorrow I'm doing, I'm quite proud. I hope you guys get on too. Put it on. The midget team here is having, it's beautiful. They got a sweater made up of my jacket and shirts and ties. I mean, it's really something. I'm going to drop the puck there. So I'm really busy up here. It's really great. I'll tell you, I have a lot of fun. The people are great. That's why I love coming. And we've been doing it now. I think we've been doing this for about 17 years.
I mean, Don, you kind of answered my question there, but I've just been seeing the pictures. Ken Reed's been posting like crazy here. You guys have been busy going to schools, going to arenas, and all the years you've been doing Hockey Day, it must be amazing every time you go into these parts of the country where a caravan like yourself and the Hockey Night in Canada crew just don't get to go. I know hometown hockey's been a big part of what we're doing here at Sportsnet, but Hockey Day is just kind of different, right?
Well, I remember the first one we did. We didn't know what to expect. And, you go there, and every time you go in, it's the same thing. People are so excited, and, it's their town. You have to make them look good, and they always do. Everybody does up a great job. I think the only time I ever got booed, we did it in Quebec one time. But other than that, I think everybody has a good time. I wear my best jackets and the whole deal, and we have a grand time.
All right, speaking of Quebec, I know much of Canada is going to tune in tomorrow to hear your take, looking for what happened in Montreal. Can you give us just a little taste of what you think about the move that has Michel Therrien out and Claude Julien in?
Well, somebody asked that before. Now, I know you don't like me to say that, but he's French. They needed a French guy. Who best than Claude? I mean, Claude he's a winner. He's won a Stanley Cup. He's coached there before. He knows what's going on. And, you feel sorry for Michel. He's been there. You can see once they have a meeting and the players have a meeting and that, you're gone. I really believe it'll really turn around. A real Price will come back. But let's face it, if Price had been Price, he'd have still been there. Price has got for them to do anything. Corey's got to turn and be the Price that we know of. He cannot go along with an 800 percentage. That won't work. So I'm saying they're going to turn it around. I don't know how good they're going to do. Price is the guy. He's the guy that's got to turn it around.
Yeah.
Don, are you surprised the Bruins allowed the Habs to have permission to speak to Claude, considering the rivalry, and you know that rivalry as well as anyone?
Well, listen, he's won a Stanley Cup for him. He's been there 10 years. If it ever got out that, he's got a chance to be another coach, you could not say no. You just couldn't, and they didn't. I knew the Bruins wouldn't say no if they wanted. I mean, come on. He's won the Cup there. He's been a good guy. He's been a good soldier. He's always been there for them. So I knew. And besides that, they're going to pick up his $3 million salary. I guess that had something to do with it, too.
Yeah, that helps a little bit. But the respect is a big thing, right? Like, you spend 10 years in a spot, they better respect you, right?
Absolutely. You're not going to deprive him of coaching again. And I know it'll be tough. I'm really looking forward to the first Bruin Canadian back again. That ought to be a beauty.
Oh, and if they meet in the playoffs, that'll be tasty as heck. Listen, earlier in the show, we were talking about Brandon Manning, and I know you were in the car for a little bit, and I don't know how much of that Oilers-Flyers game you saw last night, but I thought that he was there. He was accountable. He handled himself really well. He ended up dropping the gloves with Patrick Maroon when the game was at 4-1. I thought he understood that there was a price to play. What did you think of that game and how it played out, and if Brandon Manning did all the right things in that spot?
Well, it's funny, I'm the only guy in the world. No, I don't go along with that. I really don't. I don't belong. I was the first guy, if you remember, even his own coach, and he said that he didn't do it on purpose. I said he did it on purpose, and he said, who do you believe? You believe Manning or you believe McDavid? If he said he meant to hurt him, why wouldn't McDavid say that? All his career, he's always been an honest kid. I believe he said that. He got it going. And the reason he got into a fight, he had no choice to get in a fight. Didn't get in with Lusick. He didn't get in with Cassian. He got it in Maroon. Not that Maroon can't throw him, but what else is he going to do? No, I don't believe that. I don't believe you don't go out and purposely hurt a guy, and that's my opinion. And but he did stand up, and he did do it. He didn't run and hide. And I'll tell you one thing, he had a beautiful coat on. Did you see him at the end? He had an interview, had a velvet collar, so he can't be all bad.
So, Don, you think it's squashed with Manning? You think the Oilers settled it to their liking, and the next time they meet, this won't be as much of a story?
Oh, yeah. No, that's over. You have to have it done. I know a lot of people say, well, why do they have to do things like that? It was over. That it's done now. They'll go back and play it unless he runs somebody. I don't think Lusick is finito with this here over. If he runs him again, but no, I really believe that it's over. They'll go back to playing hockey, and that's the way it should be.
Earlier in the show, we were talking about this, and I just said, I don't know what if he doesn't drop the gloves with Maroon, I don't think it's over. But I also, if he doesn't fight, what's the alternative? What happens if he doesn't fight in that game?
Well, it'll be right. It would keep right on going. Yeah. The next game would keep right on going. And I know it's a funny thing. People say, oh, fighting and fighting. You see the crowd? They were going nuts. You see the players on the bench? They were banging. Mm-hmm. You see the two players? Didn't see it. Look like if you're like hockey at all, and if you're in hockey at all, that's what it's over. And I know people say, oh, this shouldn't be fighting. Bob and Damien, they're all like, but it has to be. It's always been in. And when you say there shouldn't be fighting in the game, you look at the two players going, you look at all the players on the bench banging, and you look at the crowd. If you don't like fighting in hockey, it looks like you're a little out of step with hockey. You should get into another sport.
Yeah, and even Maroon after said, I got a lot of respect. He stood up and he fought me.
And for people who don't know, Don's talking about... Go ahead, Don. Sorry about that.
No, he's right, and Maroon's right. He did go, and he did go. It's over now. He did. I really believe he did hurt him. It's over now. They'll go back playing hockey the way they should.
Right.
All right. Sens Leafs tomorrow night is big time. There's a lot on the line here. Let's start with the Leafs, Don. March 1st is coming up. You got a young team. There's talk of maybe some rentals. What's Lou Lamoriello going to do? What he's not going to do? What do you think the Leafs should do?
Well, everybody would like a big stud defenseman, but who wouldn't? The whole 30 teams wouldn't like one of them. I think we would try for a good centerman, a good, solid centerman, but where are you going to get him? You got to give. Then you'd have to give up one of your young players. No, I don't think there'll be any trades. They might pick up a rental defenseman here or there, a rental guy, but they're not going to trade. I guarantee you, they're not going to trade any of their young guys. That's for sure. They got too good a thing going right now. Anderson's the key. If he can keep up the number one, keep going. Of course, I like McElhinney. I feel sorry for him. He got thrown to the wolves in Columbus. Columbus wasn't losing that game, but that's the story of a backup goalie. That's what happened. Anderson comes through like he can. They got a good shot in the playoffs.
You know, it's funny. At the start of this year, I think a lot of people just expected this team to be ho-hum and maybe sort of stay above water. Have the kids accelerated, though, the rebuild in Toronto and earned maybe an acceleration of the rebuild with the way that they've played?
Well, you can't. You got to go with Marner and Matthews and Levy. I like the Levy. He got 3 points last night, but you got to go with those guys. They play like the young guns in the World Tournament. Remember how exciting they were? All young guys, and they all played that up tempo, and that's what they're playing like. You're not going to play every game like that. You're going to have a stinker once in a while, but most of the games, even when they lose, they're fun to watch, and I have to admit that.
Don, how about the Sens? You know, they've Bobby Ryan's been a no-show most of the year. I mean, they're right there. Do you think that's a team that can win the division?
Well, Bobby Ryan's like that. I think they said something about him and suspended him. I don't think it was a smart job letting known people what's going on. But I think he'll come back a little in the playoffs and that. The goaltender, Anderson, he come back, tough situation he's in. He come back. They got a good, solid club, and Coach Boucher's got him playing. I'll tell you, he's got him playing that defensive style. So, and they keep playing that way. I know they're not exciting and everything, but they're winning games, and that's the way. That's his forte, is have them play him back, not having 50 shots on them like they do. So I'd hate to play them in the playoffs.
And a pretty good story, too, with Craig Anderson playing as well as, and Mike Condon, who continues to put up good numbers for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I was good on TV. They had his dad. Remember they had his dad?
Yeah.
Dad was dying up there. And I know how it is. My grandson, Dell, was a goaltender. That's the way I looked all the time. And all parents, you put the camera on all goaltenders, they feel the same way. You never win. They never win. If they let in a bad goal, you're looking around to see if somebody says, all depends, listen, in the face-off, in the whole deal, in the playoffs, anything is your goaltender. The most important position in any sport at all is a goaltender.
By the way, while you're outside braving the elements, Scott Moore just tweeted into our show with his view from inside his hotel room, watching you do the hit outside. So well, we all know who the boss is.
Oh, he's upstairs.
Yeah, how does it feel like to have the boss look at you in a creepy way?
Nice warm. Hey, listen, he's keeping his eye on me all the time. He's waving at me up there, too. He's always got me the 7-second delay here, I think. There's something going on.
Don, we always appreciate you taking the time for doing this. And just on the way out, let us give you one of these. Thanks for doing it.
All right. Toodaloo, toodaloo.